Hi, Highland families. I wanted to connect with you for a few minutes about something that's pretty timely and important right now, and that is this idea of feedback during distance learning. So I just want to share with you about 3 minutes worth of thoughts about that. So the first thing is that during distance learning, our work needs to be based on something that matters. And so we've had teams work together across the district with some great Highland reps on those teams, creating what are called essential learnings. We've looked through the standards and decided what are the most important things for kids to know at this time in the year. And those are called our essential learnings, and teams are basing all of their work on those. Every activity that you get, every lesson that your students receive should be about those essential learnings. So that's kind of our first check. We're going to give feedback on something that matters. And then our feedback needs to be focused on each student's growth toward those essential learnings. So kids should have a sense from the feedback from teachers about where are they now and then where are they going. One of the things I want you to know is that more is not necessarily more. We have a number of assignments and activities that are going out in distance learning, and there's lots of purposes for different activities, and not every single thing is something that is the most important thing to get feedback and comments on. So I've encouraged teachers to think about power activities or power assignments that are the ones that are the most important, and to focus their feedback and their comments in those areas. One thing you might not know is that during normal school time, not everything is graded, not everything is commented on. That's just part of how teaching works. There's some activities that have different purposes, and some of those things, especially at the beginning of our distance learning time, is to do an activity like, can the student use their webcam to make a recording? Can students do this type of activity? And so on those, it's kind of a one and done. Like, we see, can the kid do it or not? And then it helps us to know how to proceed forward, and if that's something that students now have as part of their toolkit. If you see in Seesaw the word approved, that means the teacher has seen it, and that becomes part of the whole, like another ingredient in the recipe of learning in that classroom. And approved is not lesser than having comments or having feedback in any form. Approved means that it's part of that mix. Teachers can use that then to look for trends and look for and kind of make changes to their future lessons. And they can also know how to target small group time and individual work time. So just know that when you see that approved, that's a positive thing. And that's what I'm asking teachers to do, is to give feedback in comments and things like that in the most on the most important assignments and activities for the week. The other thing is that work in Seesaw is only one way that students show what they know. There's a ton of information that happens back and forth in the live sessions and in other communication with the teacher. So just know that comments on Seesaw work is not the only way that students are able to show us what they know. And then feedback from the teacher is more than just comments in Seesaw. All that time in live learning, students learning from one another, the small group work, students work in online programs, those are all important pieces of two-way communication. So I just want to think through what that looks like for us here at Highland and have things be sustainable. Right now it's September 23rd, and this is a lot. We're asking a lot of you as parents to partner with us in your kids' education. And we're asking a lot of teachers and students to adjust to have a new way of doing business. And I think it's important for us to have conversations like this along the way to see how things are going and to make sure we're clear about our expectations. If you have questions, if you have pushback, if you're wondering about things, go ahead and click reply to this email or shoot me a text at 360-618-2284. I'd love to hear from you about your thoughts about feedback during distance learning and your perspective as parents. We're doing a great job together, and this could only happen because of the partnership that we have with you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.